Mm. Hello, Jamie. How you doing today, brother? Welcome, welcome. First one into the stream. Legacy being the second. Legacy, we never see you anymore. Hope you're okay, buddy. Hope you're okay, homie. Hello, Tony. How you doing today, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Guys, appreciate you tuning in. How is everyone? One. There you go. Yo, what's up, Yeet King? Welcome, 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 good sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Sheriff. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome. Alright, guys, just going to put a little notification out to everyone that we are live, so give us a second. Okay, Warpath. At everyone. Just tagging everyone, letting people know we are up and running. Legacy, I'm around just getting life sorted a bit. Apart whose poor account is getting abused by chat today? Sheriff. I think you know Sheriff. Well, Sheriff's in chat, but I think you know Sheriff anyway, right, Legacy? I am just doing the post, guys. Hello, Mr. War Machine. How you doing, homie? Okay. So... Okay, chat. By the way, guys, they officially announced when and where, or not necessarily the exact location. I'm sure that would be revealed upon, obviously, getting invited. But they have revealed about the meetup in Europe, which is going to be in Dusseldorf. Are you guys? Is anyone here obviously going to be going and attending? Is there anyone going to be attending? Will I get to meet any of you guys? All good. Let's see what you've got, Sheriff. Hell yeah, we're going to be jumping on. I'm literally just guys, posting on the Discord now that we're live, and we'll start straight away as soon as I've done that. So give us a second, guys, and we'll get that underway. Oh. There we go. How's everyone's day been so far? Has everyone had a good weekend, a good start to your weekend? Hope everyone's doing well. I appreciate you all clicking in and tuning into the stream today. If anyone has any questions, obviously feel free to ask. More than happy to answer questions while we're working on the accounts. All right. I've let everyone know we are live. So let's jump into it, shall we? Let's quickly just catch up here. Legacy, have you managed to find a new job or anything, or you... Or what's the situation? How you been, buddy? Jamie, well, seems this Caribbean Sea Conquest, I'll be getting S2 helping a fellow sub-alliance, although S2 was going to be 8.0, but Sag 7.2. Yeah, obviously... Wait, did I just bring that unit out? I don't remember doing that. Okay. Silver 2, not S2. Not Server 2, Silver 2. Okay. Server 2, though. Okay, nice. Not bad. How you doing today? How you doing today, Mr. Kester, which is War Machine? Oh god, been a while. Pretty sure I do though. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to figure out my setup for this TOC. Trying to do air because holy hell, it needs work. Dude, honestly, air is one of those things that it really needs work, but it's so hard to juggle working between, you know, you got air, you got naval, you got ground. But even before naval was a thing, trying to do air and ground at the same time was always a bit of a struggle. You know, having potentially, you know, one fighter plane was viable, but having 2 or 3 is going to be pretty hard to do. Also, Mr. Sheriff, Kester is this person here, War Machine. This is Kester. Another whale. How you doing today, Frost? Welcome into the stream, buddy. What's up, Carp? Is it Carp or Carpe? Up 420, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing having a beautiful day today. Nice, free to play like me. What am I hearing? Well, considering normally S2 is 8.0, wondering why they put Caribbean Sea at 7.2. No, it's all changed now, Jamie. It's all changed. So Jamie, it's Carpe. Okay. Hello, sir. Welcome. If you take a look at your battlefield restrictions, all the restrictions have now officially changed. There is now a gold 4. If you haven't done so, go check out my video. I've made a video recently talking about the fact that everything has been changed on this. So, yeah, maybe you have you was a little bit discombobulated in the last L. Are you in restricted or unrestricted? I'm assuming restricted because you said obviously that everything's a thingy. So. Yeah, even last L4, everything was 7.2 as well. So, a little bit confused now. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It looks like it's going to be really good. What's up, NK? How you doing today, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Battlefield now seems prefer Marty Bomber than Vanguard Bomber. I personally think the Vanguard Bomber is better, okay? The Marty Bomber and Vanguard Bomber, I'd say the Marty Bomber is what, 5-10% better when bombing tanks. 5 to 10% better. 10% better, okay? The Vanguard Bomber still bombs tanks. Genuinely, still bombs tanks, fine. Okay? Yes, the Marty might do it a teeny bit better. But artillery, Marty does like maybe 20% less than what a Vanguard will do. Rocket launchers, 20% less. ATGs, 95% less. You know, the ATG you do no damage to. And then, obviously, infantry, nothing as well. So the Vanguard does all 3 units, okay? Well, all 3 types of unit. Whereas the Marty is just really only good at tanks and the artillery, excluding ATG. So that's why I think, in my personal opinion, I would say, in my personal opinion, the Vanguard Bomber is better overall. But it depends what you're fighting, you know? But yeah, there's more options available for the Vanguard Bomber. What's the exclusive fighter that you think it would be better? Wait, I feel like I might have missed the startup. But I don't see another message from you. What's the exclusive fighter that you think it would be better? Can you rearrange that question, please, Frost? I feel like this TOC might be a favorite. I don't know. It reminds me so much of a past TOC. So this is kind of a mix between Agency and Rome back in the day. Which bomber is better at ATG? The best bomber for ATG is Vanguard. It literally obliterates the ATG. 1, maybe 2 shots with the thingy. Vanguard does next to 0 fucks about ATGs unless terrain is involved. Ah, you mean the Vanguard responder? NK Ghost Gold 1. Gold 1's not that. Where Gold 1 is literally higher collectors. We don't have the collector level for Gold 1. Yeah, we don't have the collector for Gold 1. If infantry go into buff, I think Vanguard Bomber will be the next star. I mean, infantry is... I feel like Vanguard still does it still does decent damage to a infantry, but once the new, like, if you're bombing a defensive infantry, it's a little bit hard. The exclusive air unit for this C4. Ah, you're referring to here. These over here. Like, you got the different Air Force units. Yeah, you do gold 1 is fun. It's fun for you, maybe, but for the average person, it wouldn't be fun. Because we don't have the collector level to keep up. We barely have the collector level to keep up in gold 2. Like, the amount of fucking high collectors that are swarming gold 2 right now is insane. Gold 1, no chance. Right, where were we? So, guys, boom. We are starting off with Sheriff's account. So, Sheriff has a MB, a super heavy, and then 3 artillery. Looking good so far. Personally, not a fan of this one here, but it is what it is. We will we'll have a look into this here. This is base to base. So in my personal opinion, this could definitely change. Okay? 100%. Defense. Let's take a look at the defense here. We have got... Let me untick all this shit. Right, there you go. So, we have got an MB. We have got a Howie. We have got another Howie. We have got a rocket launcher. And we have got a ATG. Sheriff, we have got a lot of work to do here, sir. A lot of work to do here. Okay, fast. I like the fast. Honestly, I'm really enjoying fast units. You guys know I also have gone and got myself 3 rocket launchers. Obviously, NK's no, you don't need 3 rocket launchers. I know, but I don't have anything else. Okay, so fast base to base. We got the MB. We got 2 MBs. Okay, we got 2 rocket launchers and the Howie. Okay, Navy base to base. So this is all Navy based. So, okay, beautiful. This is really, really good. The only way this can improve and get better is by putting on... What's his name? Do you have him?
My father was a...
You have him. You're using the worser officer. Okay, okay. Sheriff, you're using the worser officer here. But, Navy base to base. Replace this guy with... what's his face? The other guy, Tide Watcher. Is it Tide Watcher? I think so. And you basically have the best setup, excluding lounge officers, when it comes to attacking a base. GMD anti-sub. Okay, so this is where you have 1 of each. You're missing this unit, so I'm guessing you'd end up training this for someone better. Blaze to Tide. Yeah, we changed Blaze to Tide, and it'll be the best combo possible right now. I think with the officers he has, obviously. Demon, I don't know what you're talking about. NK gets better defense reports than me at half the size. Yeah, I don't think he doesn't have... but let's have a look at what officers he has at his disposal. So, yeah, we've got the ones here. He does have Angel of Light, which is kind of interesting. I'm surprised to see you have Angel of Light. Okay. So, Vindictor is on... No! Okay, well, technically, this skill is very, very good. This one is better, depending on situations. I'm guessing you're working on Thunder, maybe?
10 seconds.
Potentially? How many? 21. So, are you working on Thunder now, Mr. Sheriff? Is that what you're working on? It makes sense if you are, to be fair. Right, air. How are we looking on air? Air is looking good. Air is looking good and tasty. We'll obviously get to the air as well during this. So he's got 2 fighters and a bomber, which is nice. And I know he can do a bomber setup, which is here, where he has 2 bombers. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is really, really good. The only thing I would realistically eventually change is whenever a new bomber officer comes out, replace the new bomber officer for this guy, and you are sorted. That's what I'm waiting to do. Host, how you doing today, Host? Welcome to the stream. Sheriff, I kind of would love to know what officer you're working on now, though. That'd be really good to see. So, let's start, guys, with the offense, okay? Starting with the offense here, we are seeing that, honestly, it's not a bad start. I mean, it's 99% of the way. I would go as far as putting that there and that I mean, technically, I'd rather have... do I want... Red Heat? I always put Red Heat first, because just getting that splash off, whether it's you end up switching to a unit or whether you switch to keep it on the base, I think Red Heat does a little bit more damage over time compared to Futurus. But what do you think? What do you think? I'm guessing this is the base-to-base setup that you're in. Yeah. Okay, so this is definitely base-to-base setup you're in. Now, I think I saw you have I. So you're training I on here, and then you're training this on here. Guys, I mean, I guess it depends really on what he wants when it comes to Futurus. First, does more... 2,400, sure. Now I'm finishing skill training on the new lounge fighter. Oh. New lounge fighter, as in... Where is she? I don't even see her. Am I tripping? Are you on about this? Her? Ah, you're on about... Okay, you're on about Fleeting Arrow. I was about to say, this is the new lounge fighter here, and you don't have her. Red Heat's 2,200. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you're attacking a base, then yeah, I guess the 2,400. Okay. Yeah, so either way, no matter how you want to put this one here. Here we go. So, I think, personally, this will be a better option. Now, here's the thing. Here's the question. No, don't do Fleet. Yeah, no. Yeah, don't awaken Fleeting Arrow. But obviously, you've got that one skill. He's got the really good skill, to be fair, though. He's got a decent skill here at what's it called? A balanced skill. It's a good skill to get. Not gonna lie, especially being someone who's starting to work on air mainly. So I'd say obviously don't awaken her, but you can finish getting this skill. I mean, you're already over halfway, of course. You should be able to get it in the next lounge, which should be probably some point this week or next week. But this is still a good skill to get, NK. So yeah, definitely gonna work on that. But I'm assuming you're gonna go for Thunder next. I'm not too sure who you're gonna go for next, Sheriff. Let me know who you think. Was asking, is it better to finish Arbitrator or finish Progress towards Vindicta? I mean, it depends really, Jamie, how far you are in between on them. Tide is focused on killing units. Wellen, Tide is focused on killing units in the sense of he will gain 1%. He has a chance of gaining speed, obviously, with his skill shot when attacking a unit, but he still does more damage when attacking a base. So yeah, he's still more base focused than what Tide is. What's his name is? Oh, my brain's lost it. I don't know what the other name was. Blaze, that's it. Blaze deals more damage to base than Tide Watcher. Incorrect, by the way. Incorrect. I've literally just done a video the other day on my channel. If you want to go back to the videos, Wellen, I've literally tested it, and you are very, very incorrect. The Blaze does actually not even close to the amount that what Tide does. Tide does a lot more damage to bases. How good is the combo Focus Vindicta crit, then Thunder? You do need Vindicta's crit available, to be fair. What is the best officer to pair with Blackwing? So, when you say Blackwing, are you referring to this guy here, Darkwing? Theoretically speaking, the best thing to pair with him would be Skyjockey, because they're both crit and they'll have synergy. There you go. NK's got the info for you. Do Jaeger. I mean, I would say you could get Jaeger's skill. So, Demon, what you should do for Jaeger is get this skill here, okay? Start working on this skill, and you never know. Something new might come out that you want. But at least get this skill here. It's a very, very good skill. So yeah, basically, if you was to get Thunder... if you was to get Thunder Sheriff, all you need from Vindicta is this one skill. But I can't find Vindicta right now. Here she is. You just need this one skill, and then you skill train this. Ain't you supposed to be on Valheim? How you doing, Hitman? Welcome, buddy. Right, so, yeah, I mean, overall, I think this would be probably the better option. I mean, when it comes to... This is base to base, right? So, I guess it depends what he wants. So, you got two options here, Sheriff, okay? If you want just doing damage to the base and the base alone... I would say you're better off putting on him instead of what's his name? You're probably better off having this setup here if you're purely focusing on dealing damage to the base, okay? But if you potentially also want to have for defense purposes and stuff like that, then this will probably be a better option overall, because you're obviously going to be using it as more of a defense howitzer as well. Now, obviously, NK, what do you reckon? NK and Legacy, if you're still there. I'm not a fan of skill training Futurus onto here. I'm personally not a fan of it. You're just weakening the stronger Howie to make this Howie 1 second quicker. In my opinion, I think you're better off not skill training him, because you're just losing out on so much extra damage. But that's just me personally. That's just how I prefer to play. I prefer to do the full send bullshit. I don't like doing the whole tap-tap crap. So, what would you advise? I guess it depends on how Sheriff likes to play. Sheriff, do you prefer to do the tap-tap? If you do, then I guess what you've done now is fine. But you are losing out on damage. Don't bother training if you want to do tap-tap, but if you full send, it's worth training. Huh? What? Okay, Arbitrator sits at 5552 and Vindicta is at 3222. You might as well just finish Arbitrator then, Jamie. Buddy. Sorry I didn't see your message. There's so many messages, Jamie. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. Because the faster skills automatically mean you're dealing more damage. Not really. Because it depends what you mean by faster skills, okay? Because full send means you're getting 1, maybe 2 skill shots off, but most likely at least 1, right? So I don't mean you're just doing a couple of taps, getting your first skill pullback. I mean you're doing both your attacks and then pulling back, because at that point your tanking unit's probably dead. So I'm not thinking of it as a point from you're getting 20 skill shots off, which no one's getting 20 skill shots off, but you know, I'm exaggerating obviously. If you pull full send, better to have your second RT to fire at 7 as well, because you get skills off faster. Yeah, but I don't know. I'd rather just have more damage from both of them. So he taps. So we'll keep this with the training then, like he said. Right, so we've got this here, 25% skill. I'm going to remove that. I'm actually going to put on... Let's have a look here. Do you have this one? There we go.
Blood for blood.
So instead of you doing 25% to your skill only, you now do 25% for everything. Then over here, we have 25% to the thingy. You got 20% here. Let's see what else we have. Let me remove all of this quickly.
Not a penny less for my cut.
Come on, ready? We won't stop till the job's done.
Here's the thing. I mean, I get it.
I hate
hate people who break their promises.
I get it. It makes sense to do what you've done here. So, yeah, I mean, we could definitely go with... We can definitely go with this. Let's have a look here. If you do tap, you don't fire your 7-second RD, usually just your 6-second RD. That's why I say don't train, because you can stack more damage on your 7-second RD. Since most of the bases is strong, 6-second, yeah, I usually do 2 RD tap. Helps with blowing up turtles. I mean, Arbitrator just has HP and firepower increase, and then the base Garrison aggro awaken skill. The base Garrison aggro awaken skill is very, very good, Jamie. That's the whole thing. You're better off just genuinely finishing him. Right, so then here we want a balance skill. You don't have any balance skills, which is surprising. Okay, there we go. Here we don't need a balance skill. Right, yes, good, yes, good.
Where there's risk,
You don't have, what's her name? Okay, I'm really surprised you don't have Dawn Anthem, to be fair. Okay, really surprised you don't have Dawn Anthem. So you got Uncle for now.
my cut. Got it.
So you've got 10% damage resist, 20% HP. At this point, literally, what's her name is better. 13% isn't a hobby. You're using that skill. True. It's a good skill, don't get me wrong. It's a good skill to have, but at that point, you'd be better off having... I mean, are you using her for something else is the question. This skill here. So this skill here would actually provide you so much more. So right now you have 20% on your tanking unit. You could have 30 from this skill here. Then, instead of having 10%, you could have 32%. That's the only thing. Was waiting for a better super heavy officer. I mean, this pretty much is one of the best, I guess, at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be hard to work with. I mean, how many officer statues do you have? Let's have a look. I'm guessing not many. Okay, you actually have a lot. You have a lot, but obviously you're also waiting to see what new officers coming out. Makes sense. It's smart. Don't get me wrong. Very, very smart. So I'll put back on, obviously, what you have for now. This here would have been a better option for your super heavy, but we will go with the one, obviously, you already have, which is... Oh, she's going to be at the bottom somewhere because we're using her skill. There you go. So you got 20%, which is 40%, okay? And then here is where... Here we go. You got 20% from here. That 20% is much better than the 10% you were using. It's double the amount. Double the amount. So much, much better, okay? And then here, again, you want balanced. You don't need... Here you go. 10% normal attack resist. That's much better. Okay. Now, over here, we got this.
I've got no sympathy for them.
Obviously, he was on a balancing before. So now, special is where we'll put this on. And then offense-wise, I guess we will have to use... we've got 20% here. Over here, we got offense. I'm assuming we will use this skill. And then balanced again. We use this skill. There you go. Let's have a look here. I use Steel Angel with terrain optimized for my ATG garrison. It's a ridiculous normal attack dispenser. It is, honestly, Steel Angel and terrain tactician is very, very good. Very, very good. Shadow Beta Angel can be trained on any unit. NK, what do you mean, sorry? I think Steel Angel Awakened with Agent's Garrison, Don't Sensei with repairs normal attack boost, paired with normal attack officer gear, Okay, okay. I was thinking of this as a joke, but would it be worth it to get a third Liberty Arty? Because my current setup is 2 Liberty, 1 Mario Arty, Vanguard MBT, and a Super Heavy. Yeetin, or King of Yeets. I mean, what you've got now is perfectly fine, to be honest. Yeah, it's a really good skill, NK. Really good skill. But having, I mean, it depends on who you have. You know, if you've already got Steel Angel, there's no point awakening, Shadow just to replace Steel Angel. There's no point, realistically speaking. But, like, if you didn't have either, yeah, you could definitely go with Thingy, for sure. But Steel Angel in general is still a very good officer. Very, very good officer. But from a versatility point of view, I do understand what you're saying, for sure. I double train Angel Special on a separate captain, then use Maestro's paint shells stacked up to 70% armor reduction debuff. It's a good option. It is a good option, but it also means you're dealing less damage. So, in a defensive situation with your ATG, you're going to be dealing a lot less damage now because of that, though. Okay? Okay, so here's his base to base right now. So we want to focus on... okay, so unequip. Unequip. Let's just unequip everything right now. See what we got. We don't need to undo them. That's fine. Okay. So, we're going to start here with this one. At level 11, I mean, definitely going to use this one. At level 11 or level 15, I mean... I don't know what I would prefer. I feel like... It's hard. It's hard to say, really, between what one I would rather have here. You got damage intensity, you got officer skill boost, casting speed, but the casting speed is a very small amount. I guess this one will be better. Yeah, okay. Then over here, we got this and this. And over here, I would say... Here's the thing. Would you rather put on the normal attack on the MB? Or do we put it onto the howitzer? I feel like the MB deserves it more, right? What do you reckon deserves it more? The normal attack on the MB? Yeah, I'd say so. Because it's not like he's not going to be using it. He'll still use it to... help himself. So, and then we haven't even gone to these yet. I feel like remove that. Let's see. Is there another special? Yeah, instantly you've already got this. That's better. Damage instead of the... What was it you even had? Yeah, I'd rather have the damage intensity than the damage resist. You don't need the damage resist. And then over here, for example, you don't need that. I mean, I guess at this point, you don't have balanced skills. If you had balanced skills, it'd be a different story. But you don't have balance. I mean, to be fair, you got 6%. I think that is... Oh, no, because you're training that. My bad. I feel like... Yeah, it does suck that you might have to actually use... But it's 40% HP. Yeah, we could actually use that. I didn't even realize it's there. And he's also got Thingy's skill here.
Don't keep me waiting.
I've got no sympathy for them.
So here's the thing. It's not necessarily... it's actually not bad, NK. Because, yes, it's 30%. But those skills would only be replacing this for an extra 5%, which, don't get me wrong... Don't get me wrong, NK, this is good, but it doesn't work on the MBT. Well, it does work on an MBT, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, this would work better on the Howies. I feel like
We won't stop till the job.
you might as well just keep them on here, right? Because sure, he will gain an extra 5%. Oh no, wait, sorry, this is 35%. My bad. This is 35. This is 35. I was thinking of this one here, which is 30.
You and me, I know a
So this would only be an extra 5% gain. But this one, yeah, I feel like... What one do I want to remove, though?
anger mess with my
Remove that.
Don't keep me waiting.
Put that on there instead. Actually, no. I'll remove this one. Offense. Vindicta's here.
I hate
Then put
making
this one here.
promises.
And then put
let anger mess with my
this one here. There we go. And then this one here. Done. Done it. Yeah, I mean, for me, the only skill training you need to really do is these balanced skills, dude. Balanced skills are very vital. Like here, you don't have a balanced. Here, you don't have a balanced. Here, you don't have a balanced.
I hate people.
Here, you don't have a balance. Like, balanced skills are the only thing you're missing right now. Your other skills are pretty fine, to be fair. It's just your balance skills. You're so bored of hearing fire data calibrated?
firing data calibrated.
No, you're not. You love it. Okay, okay, so this is obviously double fighter bomber. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you've got these at 9 point... Why is this at 9.1? See, you want to try and switch. I feel like... I don't like that your defense and thingy are different. I don't like this. You want to try and keep them all the same. Who's Jabusi? What the? Panda! Hey, ho, Scopes. Any tips to get back into the game? I've been gone a couple of months, not gonna lie. It's hard. I mean, it's really hard to get back into a game like this. It's real-time strategy, right? It's like you're gonna be behind, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. That just gave me PTSD. Dizzy's just returned back to the game as well. In talks about air currently, need advice for both an offensive fighter and a defensive one. Because I have a Vanguard fighter and a Lib fighter. Vanguard fighter for your defense, Lib fighter for your offense. There you go, Yeats. Okay. Here's a tip, don't come back. That's crazy. How you doing today, Dizzy? Welcome to the stream. How you doing as well, Panda? Hope you're well. I've seen people use Yardbird on a rocket launcher. Like that's not really be able to use the tactical skill build efficiently like an arty. No, definitely works on a rocket launcher. Rocket launcher, think of rocket launcher and MB. Rocket launcher and artillery are almost identical. There's a little bit less damage with the rocket launcher, but it gains 20 times the amount of speed. Okay? It gives so much more speed. So, like, that's what you need to really kind of take into consideration. Yes, I've never actually officially tested the difference in damage between a rocket launcher and a Howie. Maybe I can do a video on that because I'm trying to think of some new video ideas, right? But it has the highest fortification damage boost. It does have a higher fortification damage boost, yes, by 50% extra. But at the same time, you're also losing out on a lot of firepower. So it kind of it evens out, but the rocket launcher, I believe, is still a little bit less. So, like, I do believe, obviously, if you are doing base to base, you're still better off having artillery because you're going to do more damage. But if you're wanting to be out in the field a lot, having rocket launchers is insanely strong, dude. It's vital that you need it. He means what point using Yard over, say, Futurist because you don't get full effect on him tactical on rocket launcher scopes. I still don't get it, NK. So, Futurist gains 5%. Okay? Futurist gains 5% when on a rocket launcher. But that, see here, you gain an extra 5% if you're on a rocket launcher. But that's like saying, well, why would you use this officer on an artillery? Because he's still very, very good. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's still very, very good. But the thing is, it all depends on what you're doing. So you kind of want to have either, like, basically the same setup you use on an arty is still the same setup you'd use on a rocket launcher. If you were wanting to attack a base. If your purpose is the same for both, then that will be it. Wait, what did Legacy say? Oh, okay. Yeah, so whether you're using a rocket launcher or not. So here's the question, guys. Here's the main question. If you're gonna build your base to base, I feel like if we were gonna go from base to base to artillery, okay, guys. Base to base to defense. Would you advise? I would say it's... Do you want the rocket launcher in defense? I don't know. Definitely not this setup anyway, but would you still use the rocket launcher in defense? In my eyes, I think it'd be better just to switch the super heavy to an ATG, and then that's it, right? But I don't know. Super heavy to ATG. Obviously, we'd change the officers, don't worry, but... Legacy, where are you driving from and to? So, I'm trying to figure out how we would change it, though. Because, obviously, you want to change the least amount of units as possible. So, what units would you change in this situation? Why is there a gold 4? What are the Alliance power ranges now? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what the power ranges are. We are going to redo the defense, though. But to be fair, he mainly only plays in the air. He's mainly in the air main now. Air main and naval main. He's an air and navy main now. He doesn't really do much base to base. But we will still set him up for a better defense. Let's quickly take a look, though, at the tech. I'm curious what tech you're on. Damn, this is a big one. Okay, yeah. Oh, 63 days? Oh! Damn. This is 63 days? Where else? Greg's, some clothes shopping, and patio slabs. Oh, no. How you doing today, Panna? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, this is looking good. This is looking good. Okay, artillery is maxed. Tank is maxed as well. Infantry obviously not touched. Infantry not touched. Tanks maxed. Artillery maxed. Plane maxed. Okay. Yeah, okay. Really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. 300 days be wild. Good thing with rushes. Yeah, I mean, the 60 thing is insane. Apparently the last one's 300 days. Wait, what? I have no idea, but we can have a look. 170. Yeah, not 300. 170 days, though. That's insane. It's not hard to get, let's be honest. Let's be realistic. It's not that hard. Is this last one worth doing, NK, by the way? NK, is this worth doing? Or is it better to backtrack first? Is it better to reach here and do this? Or is it better to backtrack and leave this till last? My main Liberty RT uses Silent Yard. Wait, what's this for? Your base to base. Your base to base setup. So you got Silent Yard, Futurus and Red Heat and Lady Shadow. I mean, if you're not using Silent Thunder with... If you're not using Silent Thunder with Vindicta, you're probably better off putting, say, Yard and together, then Futurus and Silent together. It'd still be the better option overall, I think. I need to see what NKB's saying though. Thunder Ice slaps so hard. It is really good, but it is really, really good. It is really, really good. But the problem is... It is really good, but then your second RT is pretty naff. Do it. It's so good for air. Wait, NK, I swear you said that this was, like, not really worth it. Okay, but we know what the tech is now, so he's doing really, really good with the tech. So, where's the field? Where's your field option? So this is your field option here. And we've got to try and think about how to set this up. So... So the one with Yard and Ion is definitely the one we want to keep as the Liberty. Hi demons, how you doing, homie? Silent is awakened using level 6 Helix Glove and Eye Casting Training. Yeah, I'd just say put Iron Thingy together. I mean, you shouldn't really use Eye's Cast Training. You need to have Vindicta's skill. You need Vindicta's skill, if I'm honest with you. You need Vindicta's skill if you're using him. I'm trying to think how we want to change the setup, though. So, okay. we're starting off with this is your main Howie, right? So your 8080. How many wrenches do you have? 8060, 8060, 8060, Yeah, I mean, you don't need this at 8080. You just don't need it at 8080. So we'll reset that quickly. I think we're gonna be on this account for a while, guys, because it's gonna take a while to do all the different things. Right. You want to keep everything uniform as well. You want to keep everything at the same level and all of that, so it doesn't need to be changed, like everything all the time. Right, main part, yes, yes. Main part, main part. So, 8060 here. You don't need anything more. Okay, now. Over here, everything's 180. Yep, okay. This is also 8060. Great. This here. See, this is where it gets conflicting for me. This is where it gets a little conflicting for me. 18. You should be using... that there. That there. In my opinion. That's how it should be. Now we go here. I'm gonna remove... I keep pressing switch. I don't know why. I'm not used to pressing the other one. Right, parts. Equipped. Okay, so that has now the next best parts on, which is great. It has the better part here. I guess this works, right? Seeing as it is your main unit. And then this one will have that on, right? There you go. That's done. Right. That's only 25% crit increase with Overseer drone. Wait, what's this? Jamie, no, it's not. So Vindicta's crit is needed. So Vindicta's crit adds 50% crit rate chance. You need to have that. So here's the thing. Thunder is really, really good. But Thunder only offers 10% crit rate. 10%, that's it. You need that 50% to maximize his ability. You need it. Right, so that's done. Now, over here, put that on there. Put these on there. Done. It's level 2 currently, which means it sits at 25%. I mean, sure. Sure. But I would still say it's probably better. The reason for it is you got to think of it this way. 1 second quicker, which is training eye, but no extra damage, or a 25% chance of you actually doing damage with thingy. I think that the crit's still a better option, in my personal opinion. Because that then means you can, you don't need... Then you can add more damage. You can add a lot more damage to Eye on skill training. Like, a lot more damage onto Eye on skill training. I think that's a much better option. Much better option. Okay. So. Where were we? This is done. 60, 80. I'm assuming this is the best. Yep. Okay, good. And then over here, yep. And this can go up now to 60, which is great. Nice. Do you have anything in your air right now? 1. That doesn't matter. 0. 1. Okay, yeah. I am going to reset these because they're level 200, though. You don't need them at this level. I know you can have them, but I'm still going to reset them. NK. Is the Vanguard fighter... The Vanguard fighter is still better, right? Than a Marty fighter when it comes to defense. So, do you reckon he's better off doing this and then this? Do you reckon that's a better option than having a Marty here and a Vanguard here? I think this is the better option, right? Mr. NK? Obviously, the naval don't matter. He's a thingy anyway, so... So this is definitely the better option. I'm not tripping. If your prototypes allow it, yes, I'll do that. Okay, we'll see if the prototypes allow it. That's a good point. The prototypes might not allow it. I didn't think about that. 9.0, and then this is... Yeah, I think the prototypes allow that. For sure. Yeah, he only needs 50, right? There you go. Yep, that's a better option. Nice. Yeah, Jamie, 100%. I personally think you're better off having that option, in my eyes. Right. Oh, I don't need to do that. This needs to only be 180. It's better to have them streamlined through the whole thing, in my personal opinion. So, boom. Okay. Let's start with your defense fighter. So your defense fighter should basically be fluid between the entire thing on all setups that you do. So, parts. We want to focus now on defense. So you're going to want defense and defense. Okay. Then you're going to want to have HP. So I guess, yeah, HP. There we go. And then you're going to want to have the lower intercept because it doesn't matter. And you're going to want to have the lower firepower. On your offense, you're now going to want to have more offense, and you're going to have more offense. Now, I guess this is why he decided to do the NK. Here's the question when it comes to parts. Do you think that it would be better to have a Vanguard fighter as the offense in this situation because he has Vanguard offensive pieces? Or what do you think? So, if you look at it from this point of view, his defense fighter has a good HP part and maneuverability, right? So, what do you think's the best? Would you still say that this is the best option to have? Because I don't know, when it comes to parts, I know the plane. Let's say you got the plane and the parts are the same. The Vanguard's better, yes. But what happens if you have Marty plane with Marty parts, or if you have a Vanguard plane? What's his info war look like? Huh? This here? Killer B, how you doing today, homie? How you doing today, Sky? Welcome, Sky. Welcome, welcome. How you doing today, Killer B? Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Quick question. What requirements do you have for joining your alliance? Airspace control. Oh, info war. That. Same here. This is one level behind, but I'm assuming he will start leveling this up soon, the offense version. But I guess the offense, in this case, is defense. You reckon Marty for tanking? Okay. We'll reset this. I would have thought the Vanguard would still be a better option for tanking.
I'll do my best.
Because the stats as well, also NK, are identical on the defensive side of things when it comes to thingy. It's the only thing different is the parts. That's why I'm a bit... Nah. Let's have a look here. If the parts were Vanguard parts, though, I'd still go with Vanguard, right? Because obviously Vanguard, just in general, is the better one for tanking. Right. I guess this also... no, they both have this. This has... What skin is this? Is this a... Oh, it's firepower. I've never... I don't get it. Okay. Right, okay, so... Here we go. Parts. Honestly, I would definitely say you want to take Sheriff. I'm sure you're still there. Definitely save gold, which it looks like you're doing. You need 108, well, 360k gold. You need 360k gold to get 2 more gold pluses firepower. You need 2 more. So 360k gold, and you'll have that done. Right. So I guess this... I'm going to check everything now. Modify, parts. Yes. 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 Ease. 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 Alright. I haven't missed anything. That's what we were checking. Now for officers. Officers on the plane. Yeah.
One look, and I exactly know what they're up to.
Mom's watching. And
I feel like if you're out...
Think before you act.
Okay,
Patience is how you get things done
yes. You want offense here.
The darks make her.
What type of star?
Defense. Oh, that's okay. You got that one.
This time.
That would be... remove that for now.
Mom,
I'm holding
But it
on to
might
quick.
still work fine.
Easy, boys. I'll see everyone.
every
What type of star?
Why not Bladewing? He doesn't have Bladewing. That's why. If he had Bladewing, he'd use Bladewing.
You just have to know
Right.
where it fits.
Offense-wise. Let's... That's bomber only. Wait.
Leave me alone.
Okay. For now, then, I think we're going to put that on there, actually. Because the thing is, you're going to be fighter-focused during your base-to-base, right? You'll be fighter-focused. So we don't need to focus your bomber right now. because you're not in defense. In defense mode, we'll focus your bomber.
The darks may curtain call. Let's begin.
Thing.
A trap. For me. Interesting.
Mom's watching. And I owe her.
Yeah, we'll focus your... For now, anyway, we'll focus your... What's it called? I don't think you have a special, right? Oh, wait. Okay, my bad. I guess we'll just do the stability for now. Oh, you got 20% here. Nice.
Perhaps I should repeat the question?
What I've started. I can't. Pilots these days struggle with the basics.
You're using him over here, right?
I've started.
Yeah, you are. Okay, that's fine.
Pilots these days struggle with the
I
basics.
guess we go with... I don't like it, but we'll have to do it, to be fair. We don't have another balance skill. So we'd have to go protection. I guess we just... Oh, no, we can't use that one. Has to be one of these. Oh. Okay, there you go. The fighters should be doing more protecting than anything. So,
Perhaps I should.
I'm holding.
Mom's watching.
honestly, beautiful. The fact that you've got these at 40 is insane, right?
Patience.
I definitely think you're better off putting them on here for now. Purely for the fact, okay? Purely for the fact that... Oh my god. You have this at level 1? You have this now?
Just like in training.
I guess for now we'll just put that there. Because always use protection. Wait, what?
A trap.
Wait, what?
Every piece has
One
every
Trying to think, this would definitely be
You just
better.
need to know where it fits.
But this works on the... Yeah, I guess we have to do that. I don't like doing that, though. Shut the fuck up.
Every piece has a purpose. You just need
You
to
are going to be
know
leveling up new gear. So, obviously, right here, where this only works on your fighter planes, alright? It doesn't... This doesn't go on your... This doesn't go on your... I would rather have this on here. Then this piece would just be going to waste. What do you reckon, NK? I feel like just from, like, if you look at the... Like,
I'm holding.
yeah.
Just fine.
NK, it's annoying. He just says, why? You don't know the game. You don't know what you're talking about. Shushamush.
What I've.
Perhaps I should repeat the question.
I am.
the darks may
patience is
the darks may curtain call. Let
every piece.
But it
has
isn't
a
good because
purpose.
it's a lower
You
level.
just need to know where it fits.
I don't need to. They can see it. And if you were watching the stream, you'd see it. Shut up. You're not watching the stream. You don't know what you're talking about. Fucking hell. So, NK, this at level 12 or this? I feel... But basically, if we was to use... This is better, right? But if we was to use this, for example... Because obviously, this now means this unit is the best option.
the darks
This unit...
Holding up just fine.
Well, this doesn't work. All he would get is firepower of 8.5 and the HP. He wouldn't get the fighter plane thing. He wouldn't get the buff here. And I just feel like it's kind of wasting. But obviously, in this base-to-base setup, the fighter planes would be getting used more. Wellen, I've just made a video literally 3 weeks ago. And I literally done the testing. And Tide Watcher is better. In every scenario, he was better. Where is it? Testing the new GMD officer. Here we go. There you go, buddy. Alright. So yeah, I've already done the testing. Tide Watcher does more damage. Focus better gear on Jet then. Wait, what? NK, that doesn't... So you think that it is better to do this and then just not have anything here? Like that? Well, I say not anything, but only have this. I do think this is better, but I don't like the fact that this is just sitting here doing nothing, basically. But I also don't want it up here because it's a lot weaker.
Know where it fits.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Right. Base to base. Save. Yes. Now, how are we going to switch this to be going from... Because we need to switch this up now. It needs to be... This needs to stay here. These two need to turn to rocket launchers, basically. Is what I'm thinking. For his fast base to base. So to switch between these, it needs to stay fluid. Now, why... Okay, I've got a question for you, Mr. Sheriff, okay? The question for you here, Mr. NK, or not NK, sorry, Mr. Sheriff, is you're using a Liberty MB here and the Vanguard MB here, right? Which is great. Why would you switch your Vanguard from being here and here so that you notice how like everything's got to change its location? What was your reasoning behind moving the units so that they have to retrain at different levels? You see what I'm trying to get at here? So what we're going to do is we're basically do the same. So you've got 2 MBs, 2 rocket launchers, and then a Howie. So your Howie's going to stay here. And then what we'll do is your MB will stay here, your other MB will go here, and your 2 rocket launchers will go here. No. I know why you've got this, and it's perfect. You know, what you've got is amazing. I was referring to the location in which you're switching and changing your units so that everything ends up being different. That's what I was getting at. So what we'll do now is your fighters are great because, again, you're going to be using your fighters in the field, especially for your fast one. All right. Now what we'll do is this will get removed. So you want to try and impact your account as least as possible, okay? And then this one will also get removed. By the way, we're saving the best till last when it comes to the defense, by the way, guys. And that will be that one. And then this will get removed. And this will become... Obviously, it helps if I remove it first. There you go, reset. And then this will become your MB. So now, you still keep these 2 units without having to retrain. And it's only these ones that need to retrain. Okay? That way, everything can stay in that way. Now, honestly, officer-wise, we only have to change a few things. So, I guess the question now comes down to 2 things. Obviously, you would put that there, and we'd put that there on your tanking MB, and your offense MB would have that there and that there. Now, here comes the big question. Here comes the big question. Mr. I guess NK... I don't know if Legacy's still there. Legacy's been a little bit of a sausage. I would say NK and Sheriff. Question. Sheriff because it's your account. And NK, what do you reckon's better? for the 2 rocket launchers, unless of course you have, he has 2 5-grid officers, right? He's got Antonina and he's got Liberty. Would you prefer to have a 5-grid officer, or do you think just purely going like this for maximum damage of output is a better option? This here is maximum output for a base, but you have 2 3-grid units. I still think... I don't know. It's a really hard situation to be in. It's a really hard situation to be in. Do you think the 3 5-grids is better, or do you think... I don't know, man. 4 grids, sorry. Do you think it's better to have 2 4-grids, or do you reckon it's better to have 1 3 1 4, or both at 3? Is the munition mechanician you mean to spend 360k gold for a blueprint? No. The munition mechanician, you have to spend money. You cannot get a blueprint for free. The air one, which is the lucky wheel, or not lucky wheel, sorry, the lucky slots, that you can get blueprints for just gold. But with the munition mechanician, I think I'm pronouncing that right, you cannot get it unless you physically spend money. You have to spend money to do it. I need NK right now. I don't know what to do in this situation, because I'm still fairly new to the putting the rocket launchers on. I've just got them myself. But Soren, you heard me mention 360k gold. That would be for the golden slots. For the air. I actually think that Soren might be a little bit delayed. Well, best to have the extra grid. I mean, if you join an AG for just burning bases, I find 3 grids okay for pure base damage. Yeah, so what I'm thinking you might be better off doing... Let me have a look, because you've got your fast base to base, right? And this means... For me, this means... So fast base to base, I think this would be the better setup to have. But then I think you should also make another one, okay? The other one should be... You should have another setup that is focusing on, like, unit killing. I think that would be a better option to have. What do you reckon, Sheriff? And literally, the setups would be identical, except one would end up having, you know... Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I thought you was asking... I didn't see that message. I do apologize to anyone. I didn't see that message. But no, I thought you might have been delayed, because I remember we were talking about the 360k gold a little while ago. I thought maybe the stream was a little bit delayed or something for you. But the title of these videos should be NK helping Scopes help Alliance members. It's not necessarily that NK is helping. I don't see... I always ask chat. I always ask chat for their opinions. But at the same time, again, like I've also gone through and told him it depends what you want to do. If you want to burn a base, I think the 3 grids is better, because you're there to kill bases. You're not there to worry about that extra bit of... You know, you're getting close and personal. It's a rocket launcher. You're going to be getting close and personal regardless. You know, there's not much you can do. So, yeah. I only need one base-to-base setup. This fast base is to field. It's to use AGs, join AGs, not using it to burn bases. Right. You're not using it to burn bases. Let me go back to here then. Let's have a look. You say you're not using it to burn bases, but you've got 3 siege officers. I need a little bit of help from you here, Sheriff. You just said you use this to make and join AGs, not using it to burn bases, but but yet you've got 3 siege officers on there. In my eyes, it doesn't. What you're saying doesn't quite correspond. Hi, Vil. How you doing today? I hope you're well. Hello, hello, hello. Out of any of these setups here, what one of these do you not use, by the way? Do you use all of them? I can change GMD anti-sub. Okay, I can change this one here. So, I think what we'll do is we'll build this one here for your... If you're going to burn bases, do this. But if you're wanting to more field... I'll give you two different sort of combos, I guess. I'm fine. I guess saw stream, so come for a while. I appreciate that, Vil. How have you been? What server are you in now? Hi, Scopes. I have a question for you. I just got Silent Thunder Awakened. Congratulations, Steve. Working on Vindicta. My question for skill training. Would Red Heat skill buff and Vindicta's crit skill be really good to use? Very, very good. Obviously, it depends if you have Red Heat Awakened and if you're using her. But 100%, your main... If you're having Thunder, the main skill you need is this. As long as you got this... It's up to you, really, what you want to place on after that. But that is a very crucial skill. So, it's just hard to think realistically. I don't... Because, like, if you wanted to have 3 grids... I mean, a 4-grid officer... Then you're probably going to want to have Red Heat and Liberty, right? Red Heat and Liberty on a Howie is very... on a rocket launcher is nice running around in the field. But at the same time, if you're wanting to attack bases... I'm mostly fine. Just give myself more time to heal properly now. Is everything okay, Vil? I hope you're well. Obviously, I don't know what's happened, but I hope everything's okay. Scopes, does Vindicta's crit rate double stack if she's still trained on Silent as aid? Yes, but in my eyes, you're losing out on a lot of damage. You're all like... You're basically saying, oh, we're guaranteeing it, but we're losing out on damage, or you're pretty much guaranteeing it if you don't skill train because it's still so high. You're pretty much guaranteeing it. Sure, maybe you don't end up hitting it, but you're losing out. You're gaining a lot more damage. So I'd definitely say you don't need to skill train it, in my personal opinion. I would say, maybe we'll do 2 setups for this. I'm trying to think about if you're going to be attacking in the field or attacking, like, units, or if you're going to be... Okay, either way, let's get the thingy rolled up first. Let's get this rolled up. You can do this, right? I'm pretty... Oh, wait, can you? Oh, you can't. How much are you missing? Oh, no. You're on 12 out of 18. Okay. Which means you need 16. So you need a 7.1 and a thingy. It was. You just don't know what you're talking about because you don't know the game. I said he has 2 and he needs 18, which means he needs 16. Which means he needs a 7.1 and a 7... No, I said you get 12 from a 7.1. You're not listening. You're butting in again. Stop it. I'm more attacking units in field with rocket launchers. Okay. That's why I'm going to make you 2 setups. Because the reason for it is if you... Let's say you're making a rally, right? And I want to make you basically 2 setups that are identical. The only thing that changes is going to be your officers. So let's say your purpose is to go and attack this base and kill a base. You put the base one on. You know you're going to be focusing on field, which is what you're going to be doing. Then at that point, you put your field one on. Does that make sense? That's what I want to do for you, Sheriff, so you have the option for both. I think that's a better option. Because then that way you could still be switching between. Let's have a look here. Well, I'm going to configure on both siege and defense base for optimal once I get my rocket launcher and my defense blueprints and get my Liberty bomber back. But need to reclaim Liberty parts. What's up, Cap? How you doing today, homie? How are you, sir? I hope you're well. Dude, now I'm really stuck. Oh my god. I'm really stuck now. I feel like we have to go back to the Vanguard. I feel like we need to go back to the Vanguard. Otherwise, this setup doesn't work and he needs to end up retraining this. Hello, Herbie. How you doing today, homie? I want to ask NK, though, what he reckons. Because, again, the Marty Fighter, I'm not very familiar with it. How you doing today, Herbie? Guten Tag, guten Abend. So, yeah, guys, question. For anyone who's in Europe, are any of you going to be going to the European meet that Warpath announced? I'll go over to the announcements. Are any of you going to be going to this here? How you doing today, King? Welcome, sir. Welcome. How the clown crew doing today? Hope you're all well. Okay, NK. So you know how we set up this setup right here, okay? You know how we have this set up right here with the plane? We can't do the 2 rocket launchers because he doesn't have enough prototype pieces. Okay? So do you think for the fluidity of changing between, obviously right now to make it we're going to have to reset this, but the question remains, do you think it's still better to have that set up for all of them for the other offense, or do you think it's better to just to put this one on for all of them? What one do you reckon? Then do Vanguard on all sets. Okay. Not worth the retrains. Okay. I just wanted to double check if you thought it was worth it or not. I didn't think it was worth it, but you just confirmed that it's not worth it. So, okay. Okay, so if that's the case, we haven't built anything else yet, right? We haven't built anything else, so we're going to go back to the base, apply it, and now change this quickly. Otherwise, we'd have to end up rechanging that whole thing all over again. Right. Because we hadn't actually changed anything yet, so... This is also on 0. Now this should also be on 0. Yeah, we reset everything. Everything's been reset. Perfect. Okay. Now we resave the base to base. Done. $180 on everything. Everything's set. Now we can go through switching. So this now remains the same. You don't need to retrain going through your base to base, going through your fast, going through anything. We don't need to retrain you on anything. I don't know if NK's still there. When it comes to one more question, but if he is, I'll ask. If he's not, it is what it is. Right. This will remain the same. And then we'll have this, and we'll have this. In fact, we've already decided, aren't we, that we're going to do the two different setups for him. I can't find Eye of Providence. Why can't I find Eye? Okay, he's there. No, we were basically thinking about his setup for his rocket launchers. We've decided, because he has a spare, he doesn't need this here. This will be fast field. So we're going to do this setup here for, well, forget about this one here. This is just going to be purely, these units are going to only be there in the rally to attack a base. But then if he wants to be field fighting with against units, which is what he normally does, we'll switch to this one where everything remains the same except officers. And we'll end up changing the officers to have 4 grids instead of obviously what it currently is set at to here on 3 grids. So yeah. So basically, when he's in a rally, he can literally switch between, oh, I'm about to go and attack a base. Oh, I'm field fighting, you know? Which I think is a better option anyway. You have the option for both. What? No, we want to be doing this one first. Um, 180. Modify. I love the fact that you have the fucking golden Howie skin as well. That's insane, dude. Golden Howie skin. Crazy. Mr. Bond, how are you doing today? Also, Herbie, you're waiting for C4 Clown? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Herbie, you're from Germany, right? How comes you're not going to be attending the thingy? Right, what have we done? This one. Max parts, yes. Now, over here, we want to do the second best parts. Switch to that one. That one. That one. That one. Prototypes maxed. Done. Over here, we will, I guess, put that on. The third best. Yep. Done. That doesn't need a switch. Now, here is where we reset this for the other MB. How are you doing today, Mr. Bond? Hope you're doing well, sir. MB. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Right, level this up. 180. I actually really, the little MB isn't actually too bad. It's a nice unit. It's a nice unit. Oh, I was about to say what? Then I realized. Right. Okay, let's do this one first. Parts done. Parts done. Done. Defense. Defense. Now. Ooh, this is where it gets a little tricky. You're very close on having all 5 of your units maxed out, which is kind of crazy. Right. I guess we will have to retrain when going back. We got to retrain them at one point. So what point do we retrain it? That's what we're going to try and figure out here. Wait. Did I do that? I'll have to go back and switch that afterwards. Okay. That's annoying. I'll have to go switch that back afterwards. I forgot that we didn't change the MB. Okay. I gotta reset this. Annoyings. Okay, so we've got to think of it from the point of view of wrenches. Wrenches is the thing right now that we need to focus on switching. Wrenches is the only thing that needs to be focused on now. Because this is going to be the tanking unit, which means we're going to want this to be maxed out, right? This will be the tanking MB. That's what we've got to take into consideration. And I think we are going to max out the defense. Because it's going to be the tanking MB. Now, over here, we focus on 60 over here. Right, there we go. 60-40 over here, and then there we go. Also, it needs to have this. Alright, guys, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. You're not interested? That makes sense, Herbert. That makes sense. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me chuck on. Okay, guys, give me 2 seconds. Be right back.
I felt you before I saw your face. Cold air moved in my sacred space. Didn't knock, didn't say my name. Just stood there like you had a claim. This house remembers every sin, and you don't know where I've been. You don't get in, you don't get close. I didn't open that door you chose. This heart ain't yours, this life ain't free. You don't belong anywhere near me. You don't get in, you don't stay. I felt you coming miles away. You crossed the line, you weren't denied. You were never rushed inside.
chasing shadows of the nights when we burn like the sun. Heart heavy like a habit I can't shake from my chest. You moved on, I moved backwards. Guess we co-power press. You love clean, I love messy. Guess we clashed in the crash. You found peace, I found poison in the lines of the past. Now I'm pacing through the reruns of the wounds that you stitched. Every memory hits quick like a flick of a switch. Yeah.
And I told myself I'm done, but I spin right back. Yeah, I told myself I'm done, but I fade.
I go back to the past, 'cause the comfort never asks, and the pain hits fast, but it's all I ever had. You go forward like that, never looking at the crash, but I fall, I collapse, and I slide back to the past. Every step is cinematic when I stumble alone. Every voicemail from your ghost still stuck in my phone. You got clarity, apparently I'm stuck in the smoke, trying to breathe through the ache of every word that you spoke. But I'm quick with the spiral, I can drop in a sec. I can ruin all my progress just to feel your effect. Guess I'm wired for the fire with the flair for the fall. I still pick up pieces knowing I can't fix it at all. I drown in nights, I forget ink on my chest from the sins I won't regret. Me with my cold pride and my rage dry, try walking with this void inside. You went back to your holy truth, I stayed uncouth in the wreckage we crawled through. And I tread a pitch black path, no light, just wrath. I fall back to black.
And I told myself I'm done, but I spin right back. Yeah, I told myself I'm done, but I fade.
I go back to the past, 'cause the comfort never asks, and the pain hits fast, but it's all I ever had. You go forward like that, never looking at the crash, but I fall, I collapse, and
Okay, I'm back.
back to the past.
Let's have a look here. So, if they held the event in Iceland, I'd go for sure. Oh, you're from Iceland, Sheriff? Hell yeah. Okay. Where were we? So, this is now going to be your defensive. And then this is going to be your offensive. There you go. So, right now, so your naval doesn't matter. Yep. Yep. Okay. You don't get close. Right, so this is going to be your fast base to base. Is life aim free. Now we're going to want to do the same thing, but instead of base to base, you're going to want to be... Here's the question, Sheriff. I got a really big question. Jamie, this song is actually my friend's music. I will share it in the stream. Miles away. So it's my friend's playlist of his music that he's like, basically he's got songs and he's sort of edited them and changed them and stuff like that, if that makes sense. What song was playing first though? Was it the Metamorphosis song? But here's the playlist for you, sir. This song is the Stranger Things cover. So, Mr. Sheriff, question for you. If we was to, obviously, we're going to be making you another setup now that involves you having 2 further grid officers, right? So the question I have for you is, are you looking to have, obviously what we're going to do is we're going to put Red Heat and Liberty. Okay. And then up here, we're going to have Antonina. We are going to have Antonina. Okay. We're going to have Antonina. Who would you like to have with Antonina? Do you... I mean, I personally think your best option will probably be Frost. I think Frost and Antonina is going to be the better option here for you to have this. Yeah, so I've sent you the playlist. The playlist is in there. Okay, yes, for you. Now, the second part of this, Sheriff, is do you want to still keep a defensive MB, or would you rather have offensive officers on here? I guess her... You don't really have another one. Like these 2. I don't think it's worth it. I think just keeping what you've got is going to be your best option, in my opinion. Just keep it the same. You don't need to change any of that. So, now, where do we start?
Not a penny left.
And I told myself I'm done, but I spin right back. Yeah, I told myself I'm done, but I fake. I go back to the past. Cause the comfort never ends. And the pain hits fast. But it's all I ever had. You go forward like that. Never looking at the crack. But I fall, I collapse.
Time to let my fist do the talking.
Okay. Radio. So, let's start here. Red Heat. We will go with... I guess we go with Eyes. Then offense-wise, Vindictors, definitely. This is one of my favorite songs of his, though, Jamie. Offense. Let's have a look. See, these are good for if you're attacking a base, but you're not. You're attacking units, so I think... But if you're attacking an infantry, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have one of them, because then you're attacking... If you're an attacking infantry, it's going to work. And a lot of... It's very rare you find infantry out in the field, though. That's the problem. Like, I would say you're more likely to not find infantry in the field. So from that point of view, I'm going to put this on. If you know if the enemy all of a sudden have lots of infantry, you can switch these out, okay? For the infantry ones. For the fortification. Wait, I just realized something.
Don't keep me wasting.
Yeah, true.
Awaiting your instruction.
Follow me into the breach.
Handle it.
Where there's risk, there's profit.
Okay. Fast field. And then you're attacking a base. So if you're attacking a base, you switch to this and you just do crazy base damage. If you're then going to be fighting in the field against other units, this is the field setup you're going to want. I think that is the best option there. Did you notice Mag's gone from SO2 scopes? I didn't know that. No, I didn't actually realize he had left. Right, okay. We've done your fast. This one needs... No, it was this one I needed to change, right? Right, I need to quickly apply this and then switch that down here. Okay, so Sheriff, you are planning on... My brain's not braining right now. There you go. Here's the question. Who is better in base to base fight, Vil or Mag? No clue. I haven't really watched either. Like, I generally haven't watched either enough to know. Mag's never claimed to be a base to base person. He is, I think, he enjoys the field more. Whereas I know Vil loves her base to base. So just going off of that, I think Vil would have a better chance. But Mag has a lot more damage because he has a much higher collector. So I'm assuming it would be a very equal fight. Generally don't know. I couldn't tell you the answer because I don't know. But just going from what it... Obviously, Vil is more focused to base and fighting with how it's just what her playstyle. Mag's is more field. But Mag has more damage overall, I believe. I might be wrong, but I think just because he has higher collector, I'm assuming he has higher damage overall. Unless Ville's gone and spent a bucket load of money recently on it, maybe, potentially. But they'd be fairly equal just on, you know, if you put skill and damage and stuff in situations. But like, yeah, Mag's not base to base, but he knows how to play the game. He's good at the game. Yeah, he's really good at the game. So even though he's not a base to base main, he still knows how to do it. Ground wise, they're somewhat even. Air Mag, I think, claps. As I said, I generally don't know. I've seen Mag obliterate enemies in single artillery using Silent Vindictor. I mean, Silent Vindictor makes anyone strong, you know? So, yeah, I guess it comes down... I guess it comes... It's really hard to say, you know? One simple mistake can be the end of it. Oh, Sheriff, when you jumped over, are you able to redo this? You are. Unless you haven't done it today. But I'm pretty sure you're able to... You get all of these rewards twice over, right? That's pretty cool. Okay. Now, I think we're back. Set up everything here. Now I need to save this. Now is the big one. Defense, chat. Defense is the big one. Now, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to defense, right? When it comes to your air, for example, here he's got his air set up here, which is 2 fighters and a bomber. He then has 2 bombers and a fighter, right? I personally believe when you are in the air setup, you want your ground defense to be the same as your main defense, because your base is the most vulnerable in that state, so therefore you want to have your best defense set up at that time. I wonder though, so if you saved up 144 tickets, you could migrate to another server, do your dailies and get all your stuff back, and then migrate back again to your original server maybe, and do all your dailies. And you could do 3 dailies in one day. Would it be worth it though? The gold spent to get those tickets and stuff, I don't think it'd be worth it. Oh, there's a cooldown when you migrate. I've never migrated, so I wouldn't... Oh, I have migrated, actually. But once I've migrated, it's not like I've looked to then migrate again. Right. Your defense is going to be a big one, though. Oh, there's a 30-day cooldown. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never looked. Never looked. Right. How are we going to fix this? So... How are we gonna do this? So, if we was to go into... I don't know right now. I don't know right now. Genuinely have no idea, Demon. I've never migrated either. Just woke up and my account was moved. Huh? What do you mean by that? Yeah, no, that's fine. We can fix your defense. Your defense is fixable. I'm trying to think. What setup would you be in the most? You'd be, obviously, okay, excluding these... I'm guessing you're going to be in your fast setup more than your base-to-base setup. Is that correct in saying? I'm going to need a percentage from you, Sheriff. Where do you think you're going to be the most, percentage-wise? Out of your fast or base-to-base? Percentage-wise, how... You reckon more over here? Okay. %70 fast. Okay. Okay. So we need to use this as a key factor, I should say. So... Wait. AFK should go gold 1. Demons, shush or mush. Not even remotely close to gold 1. I'm trying to think about how we're going to change this setup, chat. It's a hard one. It's a real hard one because you've got to think of it from the point of view that we want to keep one rocket launcher and then we want to get the other ATG back. Now that we want to get an ATG and we want to get a thingy. I'm just trying to think the best way of doing it without removing loads. Philip, what are you in, buddy? I think we're going to change this one back to these. And then this into this. I don't get to go to gold 2 anymore. Why don't you go gold 2 anymore? But yeah, Philip, what battleground are you? What battlefield are you from, sir? Why can't I find it? There you go. I didn't mean to go back. I should have switched it the other way. Oh well. It's okay. He said he's going to be in the fast more. We're doing it from the fast's point of view, POV. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Wild 107 looks alright. Hell yeah. Epic 2? Damn. And with which RD he will to attack? Rocket Launcher in blue? What do you mean, sorry, BF Gamer German? And with which RTs he wants to attack? Rocket Launcher in blue. So, he has a different setup. We've got different setups for different things. So, this here is his Howie's only base-to-base offense. He then has his Howie's fast rocket launchers and his MBs. And then he has his MBs and field fighting. And now we're doing a defense setup. You don't really have ATG officers thinking about it. Yeah, you don't really have ATG focused officers. But we can make it work. How are we gonna make it work? How are we gonna do this? Is Argent Flame better? Trying to think here, guys. He doesn't have Shadow. He does not have Shadow. He doesn't have any defense officers. He's not a defense person. But I still want to make his defense as good as possibly can be. Right? Just because he isn't a defense person, I still want to make it as good as it can be. That's the thing. So sure, he's not going to be focusing on defense. No, not Shadow. Only training skill. So we're still going to make it as good as possible, but obviously it's not... He's not a defense-focused guy, so it's okay. Argent Lady Justice. No, don't be silly. Right, so we got... The main one here is this, obviously. We got the main one up here. Obviously, we haven't done any skill training yet, so...
Well, I've got nowhere else. Locked on and ready to strike. Got no sympathy.
Awaiting your instructions.
Locked up. Come with me. I know a shortcut. Ready another salvo. Let's roll.
Where there's risk, there's machines will be indispensable in future warfare.
Alright, so yeah, your MB will just be defense officers, which is normal. Right, there. Which means over here we will have on your ATG, we will definitely have that. So who do we put with that? Do we put Argent Flame? I'm going to put it here for now. It's definitely possible we're going to change it, okay? Just for now, off the top of my head. Who do we put here on the rocket? Who do we put on the rocket launcher? I'm guessing Futurus and who?
I don't need forgiveness and no distance.
Every time I love it and then violence. I don't trust my thoughts, they are dishonest. I don't fight the fall, I just dive in. I've been numb so long, you feel normal. Hot, cold, so black, no morals. You was I was busy being horrible.
Do we use Antonina? Here's the thing, on the rocket launcher, I don't know if I put Lady Liberty on the rocket launcher.
I'm the reason shit goes wrong. I'm the voice saying prove 'em wrong. I'm the devil when the lights go out. I'm the truth and the master.
Let's see what chat's saying. Was always waiting for new officers and only did the skill training for Shadow. I mean, it's fine, honestly. Why not use Argent and Eagle on ATG? It's there for now, Viking. Argent with Golden Eagle. So yeah, Argent with Golden Eagle is what we've got right now. But I'm wondering if we would change that to... Yeah, I think we'll keep that for now. Need the extra grid, probably. I think the rocket launcher without the grid is useless. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The rocket launcher is mainly going to be there for the infantry. It's mainly going to be there for infantry and potentially... Who would we put here, though? Do we... It has to be Antonina. Or I. No, this is defense. We're doing defense. We're doing defense. This is defense setup, gamer. What is the best 2-officer infantry to tank a base? Right now, it is Angel of Light and Everbloom. But there is a new officer coming out apparently in October time for infantry tanking a base. So I would say I would say don't worry about until that comes out and then see. But at that point, it'd probably be Everbloom and a new officer. I don't think it's worth awakening Angel of Light right now if you haven't already got her. Because what I was thinking is we put this here, and then here, honestly, it doesn't really matter. I was thinking just putting I here. That way, this rocket launcher will still do really well against the infantry. And you can, even though it's 3 grids, you could still pop it out and get 1 kill. You could still pop it out, get 1 kill, pop it back in. And you're done then. So, like, I think this might be better. Extra grid for the AoE officer, Stinger, have. What do you mean? Sorry, German. German, can you explain your last message? Thorn or Steel Fighter for base defense? I think Steel Fighter's much better. Much better. Thorn's only good if you're an absolute ultra giga whale and you have a lot of base HP and stuff like that, and you're going to be proccing your skill, your shield all the time. Stinger can skill shot 7 grids. He can skill shot 5 grids. Don't help Sheriff too much. Why not, Kim? Why do I not want to help him too much? Yeah, Arbitrator is also very good for the infantry, but of course Arbitrator means you got to get an a thingy. Oh, this is Delta. Hello, Delta. How you doing, buddy? We got to help Sheriff. We got to help Sheriff. Right, here we're going to have this. Yes. Here, what do we have here? This one, maybe? Yeah, we have that.
Don't keep me waiting.
Why is this... Why? How do I fix that?
Time to let my fist do the talking.
How do I fix this training fucking bug? I think I got to close the game and reopen. Left me alone, motherfucker. I heard you're coming, no Delta. I heard you're coming, sir. I heard you're coming. So you only... How many tickets are you on? You can get 4 per week. Make sure you're getting your 4 per week. Is Lady Liberty still relevant these days? Honestly, yeah. Inside a inside. Oh, so you can join next L4. So you're gonna join next L4? Hell yeah. Alright, okay, so 5 grids plus 1 extra grid with Liberty. No, it doesn't work like that, gamer. It doesn't work like that. So it's 5 grids with Liberty. It's 4 grids without Liberty, 5 grids with Liberty. So, yeah, 5 grids plus 1 extra grid with Liberty. It's 4 grids plus 1 extra with Liberty, which means a total of 5 grids. His skill said the one shot, and his skill... Oh, I need to read what you've put here. And his skill said the one shot more officer in 1 grid, so he can hit 7... No. No. So, if you read it, it's 3 additional groups within range. Okay, within range. That's it. So let me retrain this Artie so that you can see. Anybody here playing Gold 2? Yeah, we'll be in Gold 2. Yeah, saving up. So what's it? Delta, you'll 100% be with us next L4. Right. See here? This is obviously without the 5 grids, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Meaning it will attack anyone within these 4 grids. When you have Liberty on, for example here, you're now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning it will attack anyone within 5 grids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, it's within 5 grids of you, and it's anyone within the 5 grids, not 6. Okay, that's how he works. So there is no 6 grids with Stinger. You might be thinking of Shadow. I don't like this song. I want to skip this song. Okay. You might be thinking of Stinger. Not Stinger, sorry. Shadow. With Shadow, with her ability, okay, if no enemies are within one map grid, extra skill damage to that enemy, So, causing an airstrike, dealing AoE to up to 3 enemies within 2 map grids of the initial target. So, She can hit 7 grids because she can hit 5 grids plus the 2 extras. She can hit up to 7 grids, technically. But when it comes to Stinger, he can only do 5 grids. But this is defense. This is not out in the field. This is defense, meaning every unit has 5 grids. Now, one thing about in defense, when you're in defense, it doesn't mean you're only going to be able to do... it's 5 grids from your base. Because, again, this is something from a long time ago. Over here in your AA fire defense, okay? You see here, plus 3 grids. Meaning, and this is all your units. So all of your units now do up to 3 grids extra. Meaning your tanks can hit up to 5 grids away. But it's capped at 5 grids, by the way. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. It's capped at 5. It's still capped. Even for Howies. Howies will also be at 5 grids. Yeah, so Flame can go 6 grids because it's 1 extra. Correct. Now we've got to figure out skill training. So... amazing to place off tonight. This is a tank, right? So we can go here and get this skill here. 10% reduction. We'll start over here. It's going to make the sense. I think we go with that. And then... oh, it's a hard one. Do we just do this again? Remember, he's not an defense main, so we don't have to stress it too much.
The key to not being defeated.
Can't let anger.
The key to not being defeated is to not make mistakes.
Something I forgot to be, something I erased. Every mirror in this house has my face. Without my face.
Not really much we can do here. I don't think I want to use this 40 pen. But the thing is, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, a whole stream for one account. We had to change every setup, to be fair. And I've been yapping away as well, Panna. I've been yapping away as well. Let's be honest. He has Maestro skill for training. Yeah, I've used Maestro stream. Up here. We're using this one here. Thing is, like, I don't really. Yeah, Maestro skill's only on level 1 though. But it's better than what he had, trust me. It's better than what he had. Now, I'm wondering... Boom, boom, boom. Where is it? Here. So this is just 20%. Yeah. There you go. And then this, I guess... I don't think we have anything else that increases the base's overall stuff. Okay, we just need to do skill training now. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, what would be better? This 16%, okay, or yeah, no, definitely that. Okay.
No sympathy for
Awaiting your instructions.
the key to not being machines will be the key to not being defeated is to not make mistakes. Firing data calibrated.
Let's see what's harder. Your head or
Not that it matters, but yeah. Right. Now, for defense purposes, he's gonna want to focus on his Volmu. We also need to do the... We're also gonna want to do the, what's it called? Wrenches. So let's see where the wrenches are in. We've got 80, 60 in here, obviously. We've got 80, 60 in here. 80, 60 in here. Okay, we need to go and do parts. Skip some beat. Right, that's done. That's that one done. That's that done. Okay. This unit needs to get reset because we do not need any wrenches in there. We are... Right, we're almost done here on this setup. Now, I would say, especially for the fact that he is going to be... This is defense, right? You don't need 2 fighters in a defense. If you're going to want to have 2 bombers in a defense. So, reset that. And put that. I'm curious, your bomber... Yeah, okay, you still have that in the middle. Okay, perfect. Hello, Dave. How you doing today, buddy? I hope you're having an awesome day today, sir.
Train on the one-way line. Windows down, let the past rewind. Every scar got a golden shine. Squint in the rearview light. We were running through the daylight.
And to show what's best to use what you have. Okay, what's up with it? Everything for the government player panel. Huh? Wait, what do you mean? The government player panel. Wait, what? Hello, Scopes. What are the best officers for a ATG for turtling? I've literally just made a video talking about that, Dave. Basically, you got the 3 options is Steel Angel, Lady Shadow, and then the new Terrain Tactician. The pure best in defense is Steel Angel and Terrain Tactician, if I remember correctly back at the video. But you can get all the results in the video. It's pretty new. It's a Terrain Tactician testing video. But I'm pretty sure it was Steel Angel and Terrain. I use Terrain and Terrain. You use Steel and Terrain. Yeah, Steel and Terrain's the best, if I'm not mistaken. Right, so again, we don't really want to be changing much of this. Okay? We can put this on because you're not using the other fighter anymore. And we can put this on, you're not using the other fighter anymore. So that's fine. We can put them on. This is going to go up for your... Again, this is defense, guys. So, officer-wise, it's going to be... Yep. And then here will be... Yep. And... So, here's the thing. I haven't done extensive testing right now with bombers and that yet. I'm still in the middle of doing them. Okay, so my question remains. Obviously, when bombing a bases, this will be the setup. But let's say you're in a defense position. You're only going to be bombing units. Do you think it's better to switch and put stash with like this? Do you reckon this would be a better option when it comes to bombing the units that are below you? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Because I haven't tested it. Do you reckon... I think this would be a better option, right, if you're going for units? I think this might be a better option, but I'm not sure. I actually don't know. You're welcome, Dave. I'm pretty sure this might be the better option, especially if you're going to be bombing units. I'm not 100%. Off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure. They're definitely the newer officers. Crack open a can of Dr. Pepper Zero. Well, NK's an air main, hence why I wanted to consolidate with NK during this setup. I'll ask him what's better. This will be number 1. And this will be number 2. Okay, yeah, so NK's responded. For killing units, this is the better option here. For killing units. But for killing bases, the other is better. Okay, I had it right. Okay, I'm not losing it. And also, both bombers will be stunning. So, technically, when the new bomber officer comes out, you would just replace Cartero eventually. Right. Now we need to restart everything. Do we use this with El Cartero? You'll be dethroned. Okay, no. I have done it right again. Okay, it's 2 for 2, guys. 2 for 2.
I'll see every one of you.
Now it's gonna get a little bit tricky.
Pilots these days struggle with the basics. What time is time? I can't just fade away.
A trap. Interesting.
Pilots these days struggle with the basics.
Perhaps I should repeat the question? With a knife?
We're running out of via.
I'm feeling excited. Not
Why do I feel like we're running out of? Oof. Oof. It has to be this one, right? It has to be. There's no other option.
Just like in training.
Easy, boys. I'll see every one of you home safe. Pilots these days struggle with the basics.
What level will this go to, by the way? I don't want to upgrade it now, but I want to know what. Obviously, you wait till you're in L4. 11? That should be decent once it's leveled up, right? So you're going to wait until you're in an L4 to upgrade it. I mean, 2 seconds, Azad, and I'll get to your question, brother. I'm just trying to figure this out. I think we still put it here because this is obviously... These are maxed out, man, and they still give really good stats. This will go in because this actually burns. And the others also burn, so I mean, I guess it's just doubling up the burning. The troops, yeah, I think I'm happy with putting that there. This one, though. Okay, this intensity is 9.6. Intercept won't really do anything. Firepower 35. Troop damage was it? Yeah, we kind of have to just go. This one here is kind of wasted. It's just troop HP of 17%. No more damage intensity on air? What do you mean, sorry? So, from a defense point of view, that's set. Now, you've got much better defense than before. Your air is now set up for double bombing. You could literally send out 2 bombers during a defense situation, okay? So the next thing we're going to work on now is your air your air wants to coincide with your thingy, right? So, how many tickets do you have left? Not a lot, which sucks personally. Okay, let's have a look here. So, do you have any contact with a game developer? Please ask them to give some relief to small free-to-play players. There are so many at even 100 mil free-to-play leaving. I mean, I'm confused what you mean, Azad. There's loads of stuff to get being playing as free-to-play. I'm a little bit confused what you mean, sir. Yeah, please stop spamming, though. Please stop spamming. Please stop spamming. Okay, so now we've got to figure out your naval. So your naval base to base. We want to try and keep your ground alive in this defense state if we can. If we can't, it doesn't matter, right? But we're going to try our very best to get it to there. So for your naval base to base, obviously you have GMD and then 2 of these. Great. Let's see what we can do there. Let's reset this. And then I'm going to try and keep it into the section where... By the way, one thing I didn't check. Are you on 31? You are. Fucking beautiful. Let's go. Wait, Flappy? Where's our Mad Digby or Flappy? Mad Demon. Don't worry. Don't worry what? Oh, because of the thingy? I mean, he needs to worry. Right, okay, so we've got to try and figure this out, Mr. You still there, Mr. Sheriff? We've got to try and figure out. I'm guessing you're used to having your boat down here. So we'll put your boat down here. Then you want to have your 2 GMDs here. So. Oh, okay. Can we get this? Oh my god, I think we can. Beautiful. Right. It's a good start. It's a good start. So, boom. Ah, now this is where it gets a little tricky. Hey. This is where it's going to start to get tricky. So, what we're going to have to do is potentially we could easily remove this one. This isn't a problem. And you're going to be in the sea, so it doesn't matter anyway. But we'll put that there, and we'll put that there. Right, there you go. So that can stay like that. That's fine. No need to worry here. So, units, naval. We need to reset this because it's at 200 anyway. Remove.
Time to smash the champagne bottle.
Reset. And that's it. Okay.
Time to smash the champagne bottle.
Yes, don't need the ground when I'm at sea. True, true, true. True, true, true. But let's have a look here. So we go. This is obviously going to have 2 bombers. No, so the main thing that we're trying to establish is your... Because, okay, you wanna your bomber, you still wanna have your what's it called, right? Your bombers, you're still gonna want to try and have your bomber to be with these set, because when you okay, how do I explain this? You know when you're bombing on the ground, right? When you're bombing on the ground, you're gonna want to still have your ground units to be a thing. And as you've noticed, you're not really too bothered. Air and Navy only went on sea. Not necessarily, because a lot of the time, Sheriff is on land when he's fighting air, right? A lot of the time. So it's still worth having his ground in his defense mode in case someone comes up close to him without him knowing, and he still has the best defense possible. Does that make sense? So we're going to try and still keep, when he's in his bomber and like this state, see like here, this for example, he's kind of, this is when he's on the ground and he has his two fighters. So we want to kind of make it so that he has multiple options available. So, but you are correct. 9 times out of 10, when you're, obviously, if you're on the sea, you don't need to worry about your ground at all. But it's, what if you want to use that setup for your air while on ground? You still want your ground to be somewhat done. Make sense? Kind of? It's hard. I'm very bad at explaining things, by the way, guys. I'm very bad at explaining things. So, now we can quickly upgrade both of these. There we go. And there we go. Now, can you tell me, are you able to max out all 3 units prototype pieces wise? Do you know off the top of your head? I'm assuming you can. Because you've been very focused on your navy. No, you're not. Ragnar. Stop bullying me. Right. Yeah, he can. Okay. Maxed out. Oh, wait. Can he? Because I haven't done the modifiers. Oof. Oof. I don't think he can. He can't. Oh, he can't. Fuck. Okay. Base to base. Here we go. No, that's not the base to base. This one. So he normally has this over here. And then the one up the top. Okay. So the middle one is going to be your main one. I can. I bet you can, Mr. Whale. Right. So we do need to, unfortunately, again, reset this unit here. Move. Set. God damn it. We'll get there. We'll get there, chat. So we want to focus on 180. We want to modify the defensive points only for now. We can potentially come back and change that, but it saves an extra 52k. Pen depth, fire and accuracy, firepower, doesn't really matter. This is a tanking unit. He's going to be using this to tank bases, not kill things. Sure, it will get a couple of kills, but it's not what it's designed for. Okay? Now, prototypes. HP, yes. HP, yes. Full defense mode. Now, here, he's going to be his main offense. Done. This, we can max out. Right, now, over here. This is going to be his second attacking unit. Let's have a look. There and there. 3 million, 3.8, 3 million, and what's that? 7. Okay, I think you can do the wrenches on all of them. No, maybe? I don't know. Trying to think. My brain. Almost. Okay, almost has all 3 wrenches. That's fucking huge. Okay, that's pretty good, to be fair. It's pretty good, to be fair. Now, would I max out this? I don't think it needs to be maxed out on the terms of things. Now, over here, pretty sure we can max this out, and we still have some left. Okay. Confused? What you mean? Wait, what do you mean, Frost? Now you're confusing me. How you doing today, Razoric? Hope you're doing well, sir. You don't got any Navy? Damn. Right. Both GMDs are maxed out. Now we can go back and focus over here. So, prototype piece-wise. Sure. Over here, 88. Okay. So, it is literally just... You have a lot of stuff here, sir. Are you planning on saving all of this stuff for anything in particular? Why are you not using these? I want to use them so bad. Okay, these boxes... Are they able to be used for completing your Navy? Yes or no? Your ground and air are maxed out. I'm sure you're going to be okay with me completing your Navy. Is that correct? Yes or no? Yes, use it. Perfect. Right. If that's the case... Can we do it? Yeah, he doesn't need... Oh no, he's still so far. Okay. So we have used the boxes that he can for it. The next thing is going to be his thingy. Because he's literally... His ground and air are both maxed on all 3 accounts. Well, this is triggering me. Where were we? His campaign. Okay, you got 200k here. Okay. Your naval. I don't think you have enough. Because it would be 10. So you'd only get what? Yeah, you don't have enough to complete it. Where could we expect the 14.3 update? You're not looking until halfway through the next month, unfortunately, buddy. But now we should be able to complete this. Perfect. Right, there you go. So this is now maxed out. The only thing it's not maxed out on is over here. But it will take you time for sure. Depth pen... We'll do your firepower. There you go. Right. So this, you just need 38k more and you will be at complete. So, very nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we like to see. So, this is now your setup currently. Now, here's the question for you. Here's the question for you. In your base to base setup, do you want to have 2 bombers or do you want to have... Sorry, base-to-base naval. Do you want 2 bombers or do you want 2 fighters? That's the question. 2 bombers or 2 fighters? We'll come back and sort these up in a second. Which conquest unit is best? I heard the bomber is very good. Honestly, Ragnar, it's been a long time since I've used them. I don't know is the truthful answer. I would probably have to reuse them and try them all out again. I think if you have a normal bomber, you don't need that bomber. Does that make sense? Game Guy, hello. When is the next gunning for the top? That's a very good question, Game Guy. And I honestly do not know the answer for that. Literally have no idea. I would assume with the next big event that's coming out. Sheriff, you there, buddy? Sheriff, need your help, sir. I need to know if you want 2 bombers or 2 fighters. 2 bombers or 2 fighters for your base-to-base, your naval base-to-base. I see here you have 2 fighters. Is that something you wish to keep? Or would you rather have 2 bombers? You'd rather have 2 fighters for your naval base-to-base. What would you recommend if you have no air? Fighter. You definitely want a fighter of some sort. If I'm honest with you. The fighter is a better option. Because you can have a bomber, but if you don't have a fighter to protect your bomber's just going to die. Sure, you could end up going in and waiting until your allies are also there protecting you, but ultimately, if they move, you're screwed, whatever it may be. Whereas a fighter, you can control that a lot better. So you want 2 fighters. Okay. And the bomber that you're going to be using, would you rather have a bomber that is designed for... would you rather have a bomber that's designed for killing units or a bomber that is designed for killing... a bomber that is designed for killing bases when at sea? That's the next question.
Mom's watching, and I owe her.
Easy, boys. I'll see you.
Pilots these days struggle with.
Don't make Sancho mad.
What type?
A trap. For me.
Patience.
Units when I'm at sea. Okay.
All right. Just like in training. Patience is how you get things done right.
The darks make
Think before you act.
Patience is how you get things done right.
So we want crit here. We want...
Pilots these days struggle with the basics.
The intercept resilience is nice, but we need a special. I don't think we have any specials that can work on this, right? Ah, this one. Maneuverability, my bad. Now, protection. We're using him. We're not using this one. I guess we go with that. But do we have the damage to sustain that? Is the question.
Curtain call. Let's begin.
There you go.
A trap.
The darks may curtain call.
Perhaps I should repeat the question? With a knife this time?
Ooh.
Perhaps I should repeat the question? With a knife?
The darks may curtain call. Let's begin.
Guess we could put that on there, right?
A trap. For me? Interesting.
Let's see.
Right. Just like in training.
What type of...
Mom's watching. And I...
Quit tallying enemies. Check ordnance first.
Balanced.
Perhaps I should repeat the question?
Offense.
With a knife this time?
Protection. Wait, what are we doing here? I forgot. Not gonna lie to you. Oh, yeah.
For me?
Offense-wise, I think we go with...
Quit tallying enemies. Check.
Perhaps I should repeat the question?
It had to be an offense skill, but we don't have an offense skill. That's the weird thing. It had to be an intercept. Yep. There you go.
One look and I exactly know what.
Think of
Perhaps I should
All right. Every piece has a purpose. You just need to know where it fits.
The darks may curtain call. Let's begin.
All right. Just like in training.
Quit tallying enemies. Check ordnance first.
I guess that. Right. There we go. So, now you have your 2 fighters and a bomber. We've reset your ground for the reason of we are going to be maxing out your wrenches. Right, so we're going to focus on your defense fighter. Your defense fighter wants to remain the same. So your defense fighter is going to be at its, hopefully at its best, okay? We will go for 80-60 on your defense fighter. That way your defense fighter will remain the same throughout. This is basically going to be your 2 fighter setup. And... oh, what are we missing here? Your parts is what's missing. Ewan, good morning. JVP, what's up, homie? How you doing today? Why not use Polar Phantom damage instead? Instead or extra 5%? In what terms, sorry, Frost? We're already using him over here. Right. What do we need to do now? Your parts. I need to Can I disassemble your spare parts here, sir? Can I disassemble all of this? You need the goop. Mr. Sheriff? Yes, okay. I don't see why he wouldn't, why he would say no, but wanted to double check, guys. Always want to double check. Because let's be honest, you're never going to use a bronze part. Right, now let's take a look. Your naval's already done. This is the weaker part, right? Yeah. So we can get rid of those two. Because you only need 2 spare, if anything. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Because we need to basically have a look at all your spare parts that you're not using, right? It's going to be hard to go through, but we really do need to get rid of some spare parts that you no longer need. I think. Let me double check. So your fighter parts here. I'm really, really, really surprised that you're struggling here. You're really struggling for parts here, and I don't quite understand why. Is it because he's using the naval... His naval's maxed out as well? Okay, what we're going to do... Can we get these into... We can. Right, I need to go modern on level 1 of everything. Just so I can put parts on. Fuck it, I might as well do it. Oh my god. Might as well do the 180, right? Parts. Boom. 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 Right. And then 180, because we're gonna be putting these back up to 180 anyway. Parts. Boom. Boom. Boom, I guess. And then no, that goes on the ATG, so 180. The reason these sort of this thing here is taking a while to do is purely based on I don't know what parts he can and can't have, so I got to be careful with what we can disassemble and not disassemble when it comes to his units. So boom, 180. All right. And finally, 180. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And boom. Right. So let's have a look here. Yeah, you can get rid of these. Okay. The gold pluses of number 3. Gold plus of number 2. Okay. And here you can get rid of just this one, the 700, one of the 700 ones. Okay. Tank wise. Yeah, you can get rid of a couple of them. Right. So we should be okay to kind of figure out what we can and can't get rid of. So, when it comes to here, we want both of them. We want... I don't remember how many of these it was exactly. What do they give, though? They give what we need, literally. So, then we can get rid of. When it came to these... yeah. I'm pretty sure... Was it them? Could we get rid of them? I can't remember now off the top of my head. I don't want to get rid of things we don't need to get rid of. They don't give what we need anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it's the number 3s, right? Get rid of some of these. They don't give what we need anyway, so that's fine. Right, let's see if what we've just gained is rocket truck best units. Yeah, I know y'all told me to get a rocket truck, but I only got 6 RD officers awake and everything else went into Navy. I mean, you got to think, you can still switch those units around. Right. Are we back on track yet, guys? Are we back on track here? Okay, we do need to get rid of those other parts. God damn it. By the way, my brain has already forgot what we could and couldn't get rid of. We can get rid of, what is that? Number 3. We can get rid of one more level 3 part. What about level 2? No, we want to keep that. One more level 3 part, okay. And what about tanks? You can get rid of those parts, yes. Are you ever going to be running 4 rocket launchers? I don't think so, right, Sheriff? We can get rid of these 2. You're never going to be... Is that no, we can't get rid of it? Or no, you're never going to use 4? Get rid. Okay. Scared me a little bit then. M2 can go. Because the other ones are being used already, right? Alright, this also gives us what we need now. Okay. I think it... Oh, no. We need these ones as well. We need these ones. I think we still need to find something to get rid of these ones, right? Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. I think we still need to find more stuff, more parts. Because I'm really confused how you've not managed... Like, in your other builds, I guess you've never had your naval and your air at the same time. Like, because, yeah, look, if you have a look here, your air and your naval are not done to the max it can be at the same time, which is kind of crazy. Right, okay. What can we get rid of now, then? We can get rid of one sonar. Oh, yeah, one sonar and one number 3. One sonar, one number 3. Let's see what they give. One sonar. What does it give? Doesn't even give what we need. We could buy from the thingy, yes, we could. But I'm also trying to, like, fix this anyway. One sonar, one level 3. Where is it? Where is it? Number 3. It was one... Number 3. I can't remember what one it was, though. I guess it'd be that one, right? Does that give it? It does. Okay. Because when he has 4... 1, 2, 3... Because this uses, obviously, they all use the truck beds, right? So he only needs 4, 5, at max 5 at a time. He only needs 5 at a time, right? Which means he could still get rid of these 2 as well. Yeah. Okay, and they literally give the pieces we need. Because I don't want him to be overstuck with too many things that he doesn't need for a long time. Right. Oh, they don't give what we need. Fuck my life. Oh, you don't need this for your ATG because you've already got the ATG one. You don't need this, and you don't need this. And they give what we need. Okay. So you do not need these parts because you've already got better parts, right? Because if you have a look here, so the game is really good at telling you, because I'm sitting here trying to think, what if he uses it on another setup? This here shows you all that. See how it's got a little save marker next to it? The save marker means that you've used it before in a setup, right? So this is saved in a setup somewhere. So out of all the setups I've made so far for all of his ground setups, at no point has he used any of this in any of the setups. I could theoretically go through and get rid of all of these, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. But of course, if he eventually wanted to change to something, is what I'm trying to think about. Definitely doesn't need this. He's not going to do 2 ATGs, right? I don't see the need for these either. And these give exactly what we need. So I am going to get rid of them. Purely for the fact he doesn't need them. And I don't see him needing them. Unless he ends up changing his setup around like crazy, he's not going to need them. Ever. So I'm happy to do that. Right. Okay. So where are we? And I think that's the difference. Is like, if you don't have certain setups to be in a certain way, you're never going to know that, oh, I'm a little bit short on these things or that things or so-and-so things, you know? Right. Now, 27k left. Oh. That was perfect then. So, you have 80-60 here in your offense fighter. You have 80, 60, 80 in your defense fighter. Your bomber is then at 93, and it will have the next best options here, right? Okay. So, this is going to be your base to base, right? These, we're going to try and now see where we can max these out at. So, I personally think we max this out because, well, we want to. Definitely. Because this is going to be your, this is your defense, right? This is your main defense unit. Yes, we've got no wrenches in, but you still want to have your defense at the best it possibly can be in the meantime, okay? Prototypes, nice. Prototypes, nice. These two can't go up anymore, right? Purely based on the fact that you don't have, what's it called? So we're basically just making your ground kind of good to the point where you can still use this on the ground. Okay, you can still use your air defense setup in the ground. And modify. Final modify. Done. Right. So this is basically your double fighter setup as well. Right, so if we now go here to Navy base to base, save, formation, yes. So your Navy base to base is still focused purely on your Navy. Obviously, I've got to go through and actually change your officers and stuff over here. So I'd say we do that first before we continue. So, how do we want this? Don't think it matters who goes first, if I'm not mistaken, but yep. Then we've got over here, you got her with him. And then we will have... Who do we want first? I think... Oh, no. Because you're retired, you want him first. In case you attack a unit. There we go. Right, boom. Now...
Don't make me say
This will be that one.
Let's show him how
I'll go wherever my mission takes me.
You have 2 other officers awakened, so you might be able to do this here then. So defense, you're gonna want to have. Where are we?
Won't let this view be taken from us.
I'm 20% protection. Over here, you're going to want to have damage resist and damage resist, I guess. Over here, you're going to want to have officer skill boost
You ever seen the
and
unreal?
officer skill boost. Over here, stingray. Now, the next thing is, do we do normal attack boost?
show him how we dance.
Ah, you do have this actually. Normal attack boost buff. Which means...
I won't let this view be taken from us.
Okay. Okay.
Especially those.
Let's show him how we dance with the tide.
Do we want that on your defensive unit? Did you get it for your defense or did you get it for your offense?
To show you how it's done. Sounds like trouble. Let's gear up.
Because I'm trying to think, what would you do? What's better? Okay, damage intensity, damage resist of 20% or 40% HP and... and 10% resist.
This sea shows you when to hold back.
Or 25% resist and 10%. Or we could have normal resilience 25 and then we could have normal percent 25. Okay, what other skill do we have on here though? Oh, this is such a hard option.
This sea shows you when to hold back and when to strike.
I won't let this view be taken from us.
So the options we've got is we could do 8%, 8% or 40%. I think 8% damage intensity is better, right? 8% damage resist, I mean, sorry. 8% damage resist. And then...
The trick is to keep a young mindset.
25% normal attack resist. I think that's the better option here, right?
I prefer staying out of their requiem.
I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be the better option. So, now we can save this again. Naval base to base. Save. So, your naval base to base is done. And you have your 2 fighters completely maxed. And your bomber is on... Your bomber is on 93. Now, basically... If you was to do... How often do you use 3 fighters? Is that here? No, because this is 2 fighters still. And how do you have this set up? Let's have a look. 6. 80, 80. Okay. 80, 80. So, in my opinion, you don't need 80, 80, 80, 80. You can just do the defense at max and the offense at max. Hi Kane, how you doing today, homie? Not sure what you mean by that. Can you explain to me what your air wrench 33D is? And then I've got one more question for you after as well, buddy. $33 damage from camp. Oh. Right, okay. So, you literally, so just for 2% damage intensity of throwing that all out. I'll leave that for you to do that. Going epic for skin sets and then going gold 2 to slap noobs is sad. Not sure what you mean, if I'm honest with you. Pretty much everyone in the game has gone epic to get skin sets, so... Okay, so I would say, though, Mr. Sheriff, this is what you have, alright? So you got your 2 fighters and your bomber. This fighter here should always remain at the 80-60, in my opinion, right? So, where is your bomber setup? Now, for your bomber setup, what we can do is the following. We remove this unit here. Do you ever run 2 fighters, 1 bomber, but your bomber still being maxed? Or is it always 2 bombers or 2 fighters? Let me know. Do you ever do 1 bomber max, but then 2 fighters to protect? Or do you always just do... If you're doing a bomber, you always have 2 bombers? I mean, talk about Gojo and Gochilla instead of being with their faction. They betrayed everyone just to be allies of each other. Really? No. No what? Always 2 bombs or 2 fighters. Okay, so you never have 2 fighters, 1 bomber, where your bomber is actually bombing. Okay. So that makes that a lot easier then. So what we do is where is it? Reset this unit. And then what we do is do you ever do 3 fighters? I don't think you have officers for 3 fighters, do you? No, you don't. It'd be... Yeah, you don't have 3 fighters. Okay. So I won't even bother doing that. It would be a really janky, pointless time, in my opinion. Right, bomber. Here we go. Bomber at 180. Can't do 3 jets without lounge. Yeah, that's true. No, you can do 3 jets without lounge. You can do 3 jets. You can. 100%. Actually, no, wait. What am I doing? What am I doing here? Wait. You can. So you can do Sky Jockey with Silver Comet, average. You could do Nighthawk, Blade Wing, perfection. And then you can do these 2. You can do these 2, whatever you wish for this. But to be fair, I mean, I wouldn't even say arse, to be fair, because let's be honest, the best jet right now is Nighthawk and Blade Wing. Free to play, that is. And it's better than Darkwing and Sky Jockey. So, theoretically speaking, the only officer you'd really need is Cloudbuster if you really want to go OP. So, like, yeah, I mean, is it worth spending statues on old officers? No, not really, Sheriff. You're better off saving up right now and just focusing on new officers. Back to where were we, though? So, I'm thinking you don't need to then retrain this one. What you would do is... If you have your 2 bomber... When you're... Okay, so we're trying to fix your 2 bomber setup right now. Okay, Sheriff? I got a question for you. Question for you in regards to your bomber. Do you ever do 2 bombers and your fighter in the sea, or are you normally on land when doing that? Was waiting for a new free-to-play officers to make a 3rd fighter. Well, to be a 3rd fighter, you need 2 officers. You would need 2 officers, realistically. And technically, no. I mean, right now, you could... It wouldn't be amazing, obviously. It'd be pretty average. But you could do this. This. You'd only need 1 fighter, 1 officer right now if you wanted to do a 3 fighter setup. But it wouldn't be the strongest. Okay, it would not be the strongest. Does that make sense? So, yeah. it definitely wouldn't be the strongest in any way, shape, or form. But you could theoretically, right now, if you was to get him, you'd have very, very good. And then, obviously, you know, you have the ability to do it now, but I don't think it's worth it, personally speaking. Right, so you said you only ever bomb when you are on land. So I feel like we don't need to change... We don't need to change this bomber, right? All we need to do is max out this bomber, and that other bomber can stay at the weaker section. That means you only have to retrain one of the bombers, not two of the bombers. Does that make sense? You only have to train one of them. It would be your better bomber that's getting retrained, but you're sacrificing your better fighter for your better bomber. So it makes sense anyway. So this would be now your maxed. There you go. So, maxed bomber here. Your secondary bomber remains at the same, meaning it does not need to retrain. It will be there all the time. So the only thing changes is whether you want 2 fighters and a bomber or 2 bombers and a fighter. Hello, Mr. How you doing today, Mr. NK? Have also used 2 bombers to bomb bases when at sea. No, honestly, so the reason I asked you is for the next thing here, which I'm going to show you. So, this unit don't need to change. That's going to always be there. So, right, let's put your... Now, here's the thing, right? So you got your bomber and your 2 fighters. Sorry, your fighter and your 2 bombers. The only thing is, I'm just debating whether or not we keep your naval setup maxed, or whether we go back to your ground setup being maxed. Does that make sense? So what I think I might do is remove only the 1 and reset that quickly, because you don't necessarily need your tank to be done up at all. Your tank does not need to be touched. No one cares about a defensive tank. It's not going to do any damage for you. But at least now your Howie's at the level, right? There we go. So that's sorted now. We've fixed the situation here. Fixed. All fixed. NK smell. Hell scopes, huh? What have I missed? Leon, how you doing today, Leon? Is this the other Leon from before that had a different name? His name was Leon, but his username wasn't Leon. And then Legacy used to call you Leon. Is that the same Leon, or is this a different Leon? Okay, so now basically your naval, because as I said, you're mostly going to be thinking. So your bomber now, we need to change the officers and the skill training. I'm going to remove all of this because I forgot. Right.
The darks may curtain call.
Patience is how you get things done right.
Easy, boys. I'll see every...
Mom's watching, and I owe her my...
I'm holding up just...
Right.
Mom's watching, and I owe her my...
Special. Offense.
Pilots these days struggle with the basics.
Offense. Balanced. There you go. Right. Main bomber done.
Think before you act.
Special. Maneuverability, damage resist. Protection, damage resist.
Perhaps I should repeat the
protection,
question?
damage
With
resist.
a knife?
And then over here, if I'm not mistaken... Ooh, we're going to go with that one. Okay, we are going to go with that one because this one doesn't have the wrenches. This one has less wrenches. So, offense, no, special, there. Offense, we are going to go with... There. No, it's already training that. My bad, my bad. Okay, Oh, no, that's what we done. Okay, remove that. We put that there because now that allows us to actually have the balance on over here. And the reason we have the balance over here is just because we don't have any fucking anything else. Now, offense-wise, we're kind of screwed here.
Quit tallying enemies. Check ordnance first.
The dog.
Every piece.
Huh? Oh,
If math's not just a tool, it's an art.
Alright, it's the firepower. That's what we had to use, right? Mm-hmm.
One look.
We had to use firepower because we didn't have anything else. And then over here, we had to use this damage intensity. Yep, okay. Now it comes back to what we're going to use. So it was that one. And that one.
Easy, boys.
That one. And that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right.
But
And this is your bomber setup. So now you still have protection on land if you was to get attacked. Okay, you're not completely defenseless. Obviously these don't really matter right now. So, by the way, your naval base to base is also your fighter, your two fighters, okay? Are you going to be able to remember that, Sheriff? So you have bomber, fighter, bomber, fighter. These will both work on land and sea. So now you don't need to have like 4 different things. So you got base to base, you got defense, you got your fast base to base, and you got your fast unit killing. So these are nothing will change except officers. Your naval base to base / 2 fighters, and then you have your 2 bombers. So switching, because I don't know about you, but for example, with me, if I'm bombing someone and there's people to fight, I might need to switch between my 2 fighters and a bomber, or my bomber being maxed and then 2 fighters being obviously the other wing. So I will switch between these, and the only thing that will change is either your fighter changing. These 2 units here, whether you're on this setup or whether you're on this setup, these 2 units will not change. The only thing that changes is this one unit right here. So you'll always have your fighter and your bomber. This bomber, that is. It's your weaker bomber that is always going to be available. Your offense bomber, when you're in the bomber 2 bomber setup, that's what we'll need to retrain because you're removing your stronger, your offense fighter for your offense bomber. That makes sense? Alright, buddy. So that is now everything set and done and dusted. Ugh, that didn't take that long, right, chat? Only took almost 4 hours to do all of the different setups in all different combinations. There was a little break in the middle somewhere, but... yeah, I think that is everything now for Mr. Sheriff. Where is Mr. Sheriff? Okay, he's over here near the farm. Only nearly 4 hours. Well, I mean, we did what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We done 6 setups. Not only did we do 6 setups, I'm pretty sure all of them had to have things changed drastically because he'd only focused, like, the thing is, I've focused on all 3 sections within the thingy. It's not like I've done just the ground. I've done ground, air, and naval in all 6. So, actually, no, technically I've done ground and air on these ones here. For these 4, I haven't done naval. But for everything else, the naval is included, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, it's been It's hard when you got so many. Scopes, can you do my setups? NK, you already know the answer, sir. You already know the answer, NK. Link is down in the description if you are looking for that. The link is down in the description. Alright, guys. I'm going to jump back to my account quickly. Now who's next? My account's next. Nothing. We're done. We're done ski. We're done ski. It has been a long one. It's been a long one. It's been a long one. Right. Yeah, we are done now though. So I have my double rocket launcher. I'm wondering. Okay, here's the thing, right? Is triple rocket launcher worth it? I don't know. I feel like triple rocket launcher isn't worth it, but at the same time, why not? You know? Why the fuck not? I don't have a purpose for any other unit in here. Like, there's no need for me to have a Howie or anything like that. Like, having double rocket launcher, I think, is going to be fine. Triple rocket launcher will be fine, I think. Triple rocket launcher. Okay. So, yeah, we got online defense. We got base to base. Offline defense. We got base to base defense, which is obviously the difference here. Max fighter, max bomber. No dar. No dar to what? Wait, what's this? What am I hearing, Demon? You don't even have 3 4-grid rocket launchers. I don't right now, no. But even if I had... I mean, I'm very close to getting her, to be fair. I don't know how close, but I'm close. I think like 2 or 3 more... I think it's like 2 or 3 more months, and I'll have her done.
Relax.
Yeah, so... about 3-ish months. 3 to 4 months, I'll have her done. But even when I have her done, like, the thing is, having a 3-grid isn't actually that bad. Honestly, it really isn't. Having a 3-grid really isn't that bad. You don't need all 3 of them to be 4 grids. You don't. You just don't. And I don't know why I've got him on there. I might as well put, I guess it's for when I was out in the field, but I don't know. Who would you reckon... I feel like, in general, it's better to just have Still Angel on there, right? Have Still Angel on there. Use Still Angel, and then I can use his skill on one of the units. The 30%, I'm thinking. Tracking bomber? I do have a tracking bomber, but not right now. Well, I don't have it in a setup. It's just, it sits there for whenever I do need it, you know? I can switch between it. I do have a tracking bomber, though. So basically, triple rocket launcher is an online tank main feed because doubt your rocket launcher gonna survive a tank main. It's not for base to base. I won't be using triple rocket launcher in a base to base situation, buddy. It's gonna be purely for field use only. So the triple rocket launcher will be... I send these 2 to a rally to attack bases, and I can control this one for field fighting. So I have the ability to have all 3. Makes sense. Right, chat. I think we're gonna end the stream here, though. I really appreciate, obviously, everyone tuning in. What do you guys think of Sheriff's account? I think it's really nice. Obviously, it's better than mine. Wish I could have it. That tech is gonna take so long to get done, though. Like, it's ridiculous how long the air tech is gonna be. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to it. Obviously, slowly but surely I'm getting there as well. But it's going to take a very long time. My tank is... I'm working on the tank one here. And I'm working on infantry, getting this done here. Obviously, artillery and plane are both maxed. And then over here... My plane is like... I can almost... I can see the end now. I can see the end. But still, god damn. I don't know. I didn't check. I didn't check. NK apparently doesn't pilot anymore, JVP, according to him. I don't know how true that is, but he reckons he doesn't pilot anymore. Oh, 4 of those. We'll take it. I don't. Liar. Liar. Guys, as I said, I appreciate you all. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, I will see you guys for the video during this week, and then potentially I will see you guys, you know, for the rest of, for next week's. We will be in an L4. We will be in an L4. Let's hope that the L4 is good. We've got a brand new L4 coming, and yeah, it's going to be cool to see. All right, I appreciate and love you all. Hope everyone has a beautiful rest of your weekend, and I will see yous next week. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you for vibing with us. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye.